What do you think makes a car infamous? Is it its design, its performance, or maybe even the rumors that surround it? In the world of automobiles, there exists a duo that sparks controversy like no other: the Dodge Charger and Challenger. These cars, often associated with power and rebellion, have garnered a notorious reputation across the American landscape. Some cars draw disdain from their unconventional designs or peculiar shapes, but the Charger and Challenger stand apart. Despite being adored by enthusiasts, these cars evoke a different sentiment in the eyes of many. Mention their names and you might provoke a reaction stronger than the sight of the obnoxious BMW X6 or the peculiar Nissan Cube. Why? Because these machines carry a reputation that precedes them. They're machines that blur the lines between muscle and law enforcement. The Charger and Challenger wear the same skin as those sworn to uphold the law, creating a paradoxical image of power and authority. But therein lies the core of the controversy. These cars, beloved by adrenaline junkies and reviled by law enforcement alike, straddle the fine line between passion and notoriety. Their power under the hood, their rumbling engines echoing through the city streets, these elements fuel a stereotype. They've become synonymous with street racing and daring getaways, painting a portrait of rebellion and thrill-seeking. It's this association that raises eyebrows and leads some to scorn. Join us in this video as we dive into the story of the Dodge Charger and Challenger, especially why the police hate these cars so much. The Charger's story began as a concept in 1946, but it wasn't until 1966 that it officially hit the roads. Born from the Coronet, the first-generation Charger boasted full-width tail lamps and a sleek fastback roof, setting the stage for a high-speed racing car. Its two-door setup and base engine, a 318 cubic unit in 5.2-liter V8 with a 3-speed manual, propelled it to impressive speeds. It's important to mention that there were larger and more powerful engines also available for the vehicle. Over the years, the Charger evolved, retaining its fastback design, now using a 3.6-liter V6 engine setup for the base model of the 2023 model, a powerhouse generating between 292 and 807 horsepower. Now, turning to the Challenger, it emerged in 1958, initially named the Dodge Silver Challenger. However, its run was brief, lasting just 2 years before the true Challenger, as we know it today, made its debut. Available as both a coupe and convertible, the Challenger was engineered for both track prowess and street performance. The Challenger faced a hurdle in 1973 due to the international oil crisis, pausing its production until 1978, when it reappeared as the Dodge Colt Challenger. During this time, it began to acquire the features and traits that solidified its status as an icon. Dodge experimented with elements like shaker hoods, scat pack trims, and vivid attention-grabbing paint colors, cementing the Challenger's distinct identity. In 2006, a seismic shift occurred with the introduction of a new Challenger. Sporting a monstrous 6.1-liter engine, this iteration unleashed 425 horsepower, achieving a remarkable 0-60 time of 4.7 seconds and a top speed of 173 miles per hour, firmly placing the Challenger on the automotive map. Fast forward to the present, the latest generation Challenger boasts of a base model that comes with a V6 engine, but the real fun begins with the optional naturally aspirated Hemi V8 engines, which are offered in a variety of displacements and outputs spanning a 375 horsepower 5.7-liter to a 485 horsepower 6.4-liter. It's a testament to the legacy of raw power and performance that defines the Challenger lineage, continuing to captivate enthusiasts and set pulses racing on the streets. The Charger and Challenger, despite their storied history and impressive performance, have found themselves at the center of widespread animosity. So, why all the hate? Well, it's not entirely Dodge's fault, but there are some critical reasons behind this polarizing perception. One of the primary reasons these cars are hated stems from their strong association with crime and high-speed pursuits involving both law enforcement and criminals. Here's the breakdown. Firstly, Dodge vehicles are known for their speed. While they might not boast the refined elegance of European supercars like Ferraris or Lamborghinis, models like the 2006 Charger were among the fastest vehicles on American roads. This swiftness caught the eye of law enforcement, who sought faster alternatives to the Crown Victoria, which was the prevailing choice at the time. Consequently, Dodge vehicles, particularly the Charger, became a common sight in police fleets nationwide. Simultaneously, their speed attracted the attention of criminals who found the charm of these American muscle cars irresistible. However, a problematic disparity arose. Legal restrictions limited the police to the 5.7-liter variant, while civilians had access to the more powerful 6.1-liter variant. This created a scenario where the public could have faster cars than law enforcement, tipping the balance in favor of civilians in the event of a pursuit. Adding fuel to the fire, Dodge cars were notoriously easy to steal. With just a door lock and a keyed ignition lock cylinder as barriers, these vehicles were vulnerable to theft. This accessibility meant that even low-level thieves could easily abscond with a Dodge car, outrunning pursuing officers before they could react. So, the combination of exceptional speed, an imbalance in vehicle capabilities between police and civilians, and their susceptibility to theft painted the Charger and Challenger in a controversial light. These factors fueled the perception of these cars as magnets for crime and made them easy targets for scorn. The attempts to address the theft issues in newer models with transponder systems tied to the ECU didn't deter specialized criminals. They quickly adapted, using programming tools to bypass these security measures, rendering them ineffective. Unfortunately, the challenges persist, and if anything, they've escalated over time. Dodge cars have continued to escalate in speed and power for civilians, leaving law enforcement behind. While someone could easily get their hands on a Hellcat Red-Eye boasting nearly 800 horsepower, police were often stuck with engines producing around 370 horsepower, unable to match the capabilities of civilian vehicles. This imbalance creates a scenario where individuals might prefer risking a high-speed pursuit rather than facing repercussions at a police station. Lamar Ballard, a Tennessee police officer, highlighted this disparity in a recent interview, expressing concerns about criminals specifically targeting jurisdictions with high-performance vehicles, knowing they can outrun police cars and easily blend in with the traffic. Yet, speed isn't the only issue plaguing these vehicles. Dodge's susceptibility to theft remains a critical concern. Shockingly, statistics reveal that within the 2020 to 22 model years, Dodge vehicles are 60 more times likely to be stolen compared to others. These alarming figures manifest in concrete events, with 149 high-performance Dodge cars stolen in Nashville in 2022 alone, and an additional 50 missing by March of the following year. In a brazen heist in Kentucky, a group of thieves managed to steal 6 Dodge Hellcats in under 45 seconds. These stolen cars have been spotted across multiple states, from Alabama to Tennessee, yet the recovery and arrests have been minimal due to the challenges Dodge's vulnerabilities pose. The uniform appearance of most Charger models adds another advantage for criminals. Whether it's the GT, Scat Pack, Daytona, or the newer Hellcat and Red-Eye editions, distinguishing between them is challenging for anybody not deeply familiar with these cars. This allows criminals to vanish into the ordinary flow of traffic, evading identification. These issues collectively make the issue of notoriety surrounding these vehicles worse, casting a shadow over their performance and desirability among both enthusiasts and law enforcement agencies. The tale of the elusive black Dodge Charger in Arkansas is one that highlights the grave challenges faced by law enforcement when trying to apprehend vehicles like this. In 2022, Officer Jacob Bird attempted to restrain the Charger's driver after a speeding incident in the neighborhood. But as soon as the accelerator was pressed, the Charger vanished, leaving Bird unable to keep up the pace. Subsequently, Officer Alan Johnson encountered the same suspect car, only to witness it escape once again, showcasing the Charger's ability to evade police custody effortlessly. This cat-and-mouse pursuit continued over several instances, with the Charger consistently outmaneuvering the authorities, demonstrating its superiority in speed and power. Even when the Charger was located months later, attempts to apprehend it remained futile. The disparity in acceleration between the criminal driver and pursuing officers became very evident, as seen in live footage, where the officer struggled to even ignite the pursuit vehicle before losing sight of the Charger. Despite multiple pursuits, the Charger has remained elusive to this day, reportedly engaging in as many as 14 more chases. It's a situation where the driver, fully aware of the immense advantage their vehicle holds, taunts law enforcement by pushing the boundaries of chase scenarios. The police find themselves at a significant disadvantage, unable to match the Charger's speed and agility on the road. This ongoing saga reflects the reality that unless the driver voluntarily surrenders or makes a mistake, the chances of law enforcement apprehending such a high-performance vehicle remain slim. The situation poses a perpetual challenge for authorities, highlighting the enduring difficulty in catching cars equipped with overwhelming speed and power. It's undeniably unfortunate that the Dodge Charger and Challenger have been embroiled in a narrative dominated by car chases, theft, and controversies, rather than celebrated for their impressive performance and capabilities. Their exceptional speed, power, and accessibility have inadvertently placed them in the wrong hands, overshadowing their remarkable attributes and leading to unwanted negativity. Instead of discussing these cars' impressive specifications and how they fare against their European counterparts, the focus has shifted to their association with law enforcement and criminal activities. This unintended alignment with crime has unfairly generated substantial disdain towards the Charger and Challenger. Now, addressing this issue presents a complex challenge. Law enforcement faces an uphill battle in catching these high-performance vehicles, especially when they outmatch police cars. There's a need for a balanced approach that considers both the capabilities of these vehicles and the necessity for law enforcement to effectively manage such situations. Dodge, on the other hand, could reassess and enhance their anti-theft measures. While attempts have been made to secure these vehicles, it's evident that specialized criminals can still bypass these systems. Strengthening security features might deter theft and reduce the likelihood of these cars falling into the wrong hands. However, it's a multifaceted issue without a simple solution. The attraction of these cars and the ongoing advancements in technology make it challenging to completely prevent misuse. Engaging in discussions like this helps shed light on the complexity surrounding these vehicles and opens up dialogue on potential solutions. It's a topic that warrants consideration from multiple perspectives: law enforcement, automotive manufacturers, and even the public, to find a balanced approach that preserves both the excitement of these cars and ensures responsible ownership. Your thoughts on this matter are valuable, and it's crucial to continue these conversations to explore ways to mitigate these challenges. Thank you for engaging in this discussion, and we look forward to hearing diverse opinions on this compelling subject. Until next time.